Today on the Bricks and Toys YouTube channel, we have a package. Where the hell did I leave it at? Oh, here it is. It's a crunched up, Lego rattling, reused Amazon box. So let's cut it open and let's get into today's video. Hello and welcome to another episode of Bricks and Toys. My name is Brandon and this is the part 2 to the 400 subscriber builds. I'm super excited about this. I'm super happy. I feel like part 1 was just a little lackluster. It needed something extra, and when I thought about it, I was like, you know, one more building, we would have everything from 2013 to 2023. That's 10 buildings in a row. So with that bombshell, I got to looking. And what I was looking for was a 2015's Detective's Office. That was the only one left out between 2013 and 2023. And I was thinking maybe I could find a good deal that's interesting but yet safe, because I feel like things with my investors getting sketchier and sketchier and sketchier, to the point of with the last build that we did, which is modular building number 11, the Parisian restaurant. That thing was too far gone, and we ended up using spray paint to make it look better. And that's what leads us here. So this one I took the leads on, and I went hunting. Now the problem with the Detective's Office, if you know your buildings, like I know my buildings, people want at least $420 for a used example. And over $500 for one new in a box. And it's just like, gosh dang, that is just, it's too much, guys. It's too much. But I found this guy in Texas selling one that looked pretty clean, and it was a starting bid of $300, or a buy it now of $420. So I plopped down a $300 bid and waited 4 days. Nobody bid. So guess what? I won this for $350 with taxes and shipping out the door, saving me well over $100 on getting a normally used one. So I think I did really good, and today that's what we're going to find out is, did he do good? So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's cut open this box, and let's see. This just came in the mail today, so I'm just running into this build as fast as possible because I want to get this box open and see, did we save money, or am I no different than my investor on finding the most unique but hard deals to deal with? So let's get a knife and let's cut open this box. So as you can see, this is in an Amazon Prime shipping box. It's not from Amazon, it is from eBay. I did have to wait 4 days to win the auction. And just looking at it, it's not bad. It honestly looks pretty good, actually. So I may have taken a step too far back on our progression of trying to be the, what would you call it, the dumbest used Lego channel on YouTube. Because the Parisian restaurant was pretty crazy, and we know how it wound up. The pirate ship had broken pieces and some yellowing, but we were able to turn it around literally to hide those issues and live another day. So now here we are with the part 2 to the 400 subscribers. We have a book, and for you all that don't know, this is what the Detective's Office will look like. it is set number 10246, and I don't know the piece count off the top of my head, but I think it's probably around 2,000, like a normal Creator Expert modular building is. So they set us up with a bag 1, a 3, a 4, another 3, another 4, and a bag 2. And they're in these hefty bags. The pieces are somewhat still put together. I see some minifigs. I see all types of stuff in here. But what I'm looking for is the white. I'm looking for white pieces. And the reason I'm looking for white pieces is because that will tell all. And see, right here is a traffic pole or a light pole. And that light pole is white. So what that tells me is this set was not in the sun like the Parisian. So right off the top, I see minifigs and all types of good stuff. The blue is a nice color. The white's a proper shade of white. I'm feeling really good about this. I might be feeling too good about this because, like I said, the 400 subscriber builds are supposed to be used builds that are somewhat sketchy. Except for when we hit 500, I plan on buying a new in-box 89 Batmobile. But I like doing this. Every time we hit another 100, let's buy something sketchy off eBay. People like to comment and say things about it. Sometimes nice, sometimes mean. And I think it's a good way to interact with the channel. But overall, this is looking really good. You can see the pool hall sign with a white background looking mint. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. This is looking really good. There's our 32 by 32 base plate. So yep, this is modular building number 12. So I'm super happy, I'm super excited. I think after this, we might be looking into the Emporium and the pet shop. Those are the next two modular buildings that we can get for maybe around 500 to 600 combined. So those might be the next two on the list. Maybe for the 600 subscriber, that's what we'll do, because those are a little bit more older and special to get. And yeah, so with that, the only thing left to really do from this point is that let's just go ahead and let's get these bricks washed. We'll get them sorted. I'll do that off camera. So the next thing you're going to see is a time lapse. So we'll be back here for the review. So now we're going to move on to the review of the 2015 Detective's Office. And one of the things I can't quit bringing up enough with this build is this is one of the first builds where they actually had an extra building on the side. But one of the really cool styling features that I love about this set is how you have the pool hall, the detective's office, nothing but a water tower, and then you have the apartment, and then bathroom, and then you have the barber. So I really like how they use the lack of an extra floor on this half of the build to really show you that this is a new approach that they're taking, and I think it's a really solid statement that they make by doing this. So throughout this, you're going to see some mixed matched brick and stuff. Those are parts that I had to order, such as like up here and over here in the back. I'll get that fixed over time. So let's just start out from the side here. Overall, it's just the normal modular building, just a slab of brick. Then in the back, we do have a really exceptional amount of windows in the back, I do have to say. Overall, I really do love all of the windows, and I really think that the back of this set is something that can be looked at. Unfortunately, we're going to make it part of an alleyway in the back of the Lego City, or in the middle of the Lego City actually now. So overall, really nice. I do love how you can walk right through the middle of the set. That is a really trick feature. And then on the side, just more of the boring old brick. One of the things I did want to start off showing you guys is little passages like this down here. This is part of a cookie smuggling operation. I'll show you more of that as we go through the layers. I'm not going to get too fixated in it because it's kind of a has-been thing and not really a current thing anymore. So let's go ahead. Let's start off with the top layer. There we go. We had some bricks that wanted to come with it. So we start off with the roof. I know back in the day these pieces were something special, but nowadays they're just normal pieces. We are missing a piece right there. We will have to get that ordered. And so that's just the first roof panel. Second, so this is technically the third floor. And in here we can see the apartment in all of its detail. It's a really tight space to get into, but you can see that there's a cat down on the floor. There's some cookies. Cookies are like the big thing. This is where the cookies are made. As you can see that there's a rolling pin. So this is where the cookie operation is. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Another thing that they do say is oops, I just broke the set. Is the see-through window is to look down into the detective's office to see when the private detective is gone, so they know when that they could smuggle their cookies. Repairing our sign. Upside down, upside right. There we go. There we go. We're all back. So moving down to the next level, we have some really cool features to show here. The first being is we have a really nice bathroom with an opening door, which is a really nice use of the small space. It has a flush handle, a roll of toilet paper, and even a little tiny sink in there. It's a super tight space to get into, but hopefully you guys can see all those details on that. We do have a set of stairs going up to the upstairs apartment. One really cool thing is we do have a little locking lever right here. It's kind of hard to see, but if you lift that lever up, the stairs come down for the levels up here to get up to the top. Okay, so we do have this nice cool letter built sign using brick elements. It is reflective on both sides. Going into the detective's office in itself, we can see he has a really messy desk and nice little lamp. He does have a little safe box down here with a suitcase and some money. He has his hat right up there. He's currently talking with somebody about the case that he's working on. In the wall, right here, you can see where there's like a little sliding, it's hard to get in here. You see the little sliding picture frame right here. And behind that, you can see he's hiding letters into the wall. We do have a wanted poster right here. This is of the Cookie Thief, where you are missing the Cookie Thief's hat that gives away the identity of the Cookie Thief. We do have a filing cabinet with a fan on top for when it gets really warm. And not to mention, his desk is a utter mess. So then we go down to the next level. So the next level features Al's Barbershop and the Highlander, which is a pool hall. We also have a newspaper stand with some newspapers ready to go right there. Get your daily issue. And coming in, we also have the owls and the brick-built lettering. That's the traditional and older sets. Coming on in, we do have a barber cutting some officer's hair. Unfortunately, the officer's hair is missing due to the set not being fully complete. We have a nice crystal clear mirror up against the wall, which is a really new feature of this set, but it was featured in the set a couple years after this with the dance studio in it. We also have some nice lighting. That is the corridor right there that goes in between the two buildings. Down here on the bottom of the floor, we do have a passage that slides open to smuggle the cookies, as well as if you go into here, you can slide this door forward, and that's the other side to the gate that comes on to the back right here to get the cookies out. This was accompanied by a set that made that make a lot more sense, but since then, I don't know if I can find the set. We do go on to having a really nice, beautiful fan using some snowshoe elements. It can move out of the way so you can get a better look at that wonderful looking pool table. That is a really nice design. We do have a guy shooting pool, and then we also have a guy shooting darts, which is really unique in this set. Coming around the back, we can lift up the stairs right here, that way. And when we lift up the stairs, you can see a barrel right there. And the barrel is meant to work through tunnels that go through the middle. Like I said, underneath the trophy case, there is a sliding door that is to get the barrel out. And then it does go in through the barbershop and out through there. And in that barrel, there's cookies. So this is all about the Prohibition era, but instead of being about alcohol, it's about cookies. So I found that really interesting. One last note is there is a really nice bench right here that is attached to the wall and not onto the lower floor. And one of the fun facts I did hear about this set as we put it back together for our final segment of the video is the pot barn for the tree is actually part of an astromech droid. Another couple cool facts is these are full spherical domes, and they're used where they're covered up halfway through, so they look like they're nice little umbrellas or awnings over the business, so that's really unique. Overall, I think this set is really nice. Now, let's go ahead and let's get into the wrap-up of this set, and we'll share some final thoughts about it. So now it's time to wrap up this wonderful second addition to the 400 subscriber builds. I just couldn't leave you guys hanging with a build like the Parisian restaurant. The Parisian restaurant is wonderful, it's beautiful, but the issue is it's with the one that I chose to go with on the channel, or more like what my investor chose to go with on the channel. And unfortunately, that came with the cost of an unrepairable unit. There was spray paint and all types of ghetto stuff involved. And with that, I was like, nah, we got to come back with another build. We did the Imperial flagship at 300, and that one was just amazing. We did the modular buildings from when we hit 200, which we did 3. So why would we just do one for 400, let alone one that came out the way that it did? So I really hope that you guys love this lovely addition to the 400 subscribers celebration. Now this set, I did pay about $330 shipped. The lowest one on Bricklink used is about $370 to $400. But the thing is this one actually did come with some issues. I did not think it would. When I was going through the bags and doing the wash process, it all was going really well, and I was feeling myself to the point of where I said, today I'm just going to focus my entire day, which is about 6 to 8 hours, sitting at the counter with all the pieces laid out, and I bet you I can build this thing with no issue. Well, I was wrong. There's missing pieces to this set, but they're not important missing pieces. The ones that are kind of important is, if we look here on the side, we're missing a 1x3 tile. As you guys probably saw in the review segment, that don't match. And then along the back, one of these tiles right here at the top, again in the review segment, you probably saw that this doesn't match, and you'd be right. We're missing a 1x2 dark brown brick. We are missing a 1x1 light gray tile. No big deal. Those things come and go all the time in the spare parts. And there were some other things like the officer's hair was missing. And then there's a whole trash can in the back that's missing with the red ball cap. And that red ball cap and trash can is a major part of this story, as this whole set is supposed to take place in the Prohibition era. But it's not Prohibition for alcohol, but it is for cookies. And that's why we have all of the cool passages, trying to find the best way to get the cookies from the kitchen down into the pool hall. And that's why there's all the passages and everything. It's really cool. So overall, I'm really happy to have this set. I cannot wait to get it into the Lego City and see how it fits. It's just a really great feeling knowing that we're now up to 12 modular buildings. And with that, I really don't have much more to say. I could just sit here all day and say this is incredible. But one last thing I did want to add about this build that I did find really interesting is, if you look at the instruction manual, you will find that at the end of every stage, there is an advertisement. And what that advertisement is the back of the book. You see, with this set was the first to actually have 2 buildings on the same plate. That was a huge deal back then. It was also the first building to have 1 book. And with that being said, when you go through the book, you can really tell that they wanted to segregate it all apart, but they were like, we're going to try something different. And you can really tell by those advertisements after every step in the book. So I found that really cool. And this is when I really think that Lego started stepping up modular building game. After this, we have the incredible brick bank, which also has a story of doing foul doings, as in money laundering. And then after that, we go in and we have the assembly square, which is a beautiful set. They're retiring it at the end of this year. And so forth and so on with the downtown diner, corner garage, and bookstore. And this is a very important piece to the whole Lego modular building puzzle and history, is this one right here. There's so many first times with this set, and it's just really cool. And the part usage with this, if I was doing the grading, would be at least a 9 or a 10 with the way that they utilize some of the parts to make things work. I do know these elements along the top here and here were very special for the time, as being part of certain other Lego kits, and they included them on here to make nice accent points. So a lot of cool first time stuff. So that wraps it up for this video. If you want to leave a comment down below what you think, please do. Also, let me know what you think about this set. Were you one of the first ones to get it back in 2015, 8 years ago? Is there anything that I missed when it comes to the story of the set? Just drop your comments below. I love to read and respond to them. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. As usual, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. And let's make sure that we get to the 500 subscribers, because for that, I'm doing the 1989 Batmobile, which is between 400 and 500 new in box. We're not going to get one used. I already did moves to secure some money for that by selling other Lego sets. So we already have about 200 out of the 300 to 500 it's going to take to get that set. So let's get to 500. Let's get that set. Let's get that one built. So far, we're doing at least one celebration every month towards the end of the month, and I'm super thankful. So like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and you all have a good one.